Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Dear students, now is the session of business studies, and from today onwards, schedule of the classes has been changed. So, just get connected with me at the scheduled time, at the new scheduled time for the classes of economics and BST. Okay, thank you. Students, today I am going to start the first step of a staffing process. Already we have started the chapter staffing, in which we had discussed about meaning of staffing, as it is a process of searching out and appointing the competent personals, eligible personals, and training them and developing them for different posts and positions of the organization. That means a staffing is a process of searching out, or you can say filling up the different posts and positions of the organization and keeping them always filled with the eligible persons, eligible employees. That is all about the staffing. We have discussed in much detail in the previous classes. Okay. Also, we saw that a staffing process in fact involves several steps, as the step of recruitment, a step of selection, a step of training and development, a step of placement and orientation, a step of you can say performance appraisal, a step of career planning. There are so many steps in a staffing process. Already we have discussed in detail. Today I am going to discuss the first step of staffing, and that is recruitment. In fact, a staffing process begins from recruitment. Recruitment is the first step of a staffing. You know, students, when we say recruitment, then it refers to a process of searching out the potential employees for the organization. Or you can say recruitment in fact is an invitation to the potential or possible employees of the organization and stimulating them to apply for the post and positions vacant in the organization. That is called recruitment. Simply you can say recruitment means calling out the competent personals, eligible personals to fill up different posts and positions of the organizations and always keep them filled. You know, students, this recruitment takes place by three methods, or you can say there are basically there are two sources of recruitment, which are called internal sources and external sources. That means the management of an organization can recruit the potential employees for the organization from the two sources which are called the internal sources and the external sources. Okay. You know, students, when we say the internal sources of recruitment, then it refers to searching out the potential employees, the possible employees from within the organization or from existing employees of the organization. Simply, when the management of an organization does not search out the potential employees from outside the organization but from among the existing employees, then it is called internal sources of recruitment. And you know, students, there are basically three sources of internal recruitment which are called transfer number 1, promotion number 2, and layoff number 3. When we say transfer, then it refers to a process of shifting the employees from one place to another or from one branch to another. In fact, the transfer takes place when there is a surplus of employees in one department or in one branch, and if there is shortage of employees in another department or another branch. So, the employees where they are in surplus, some of them are transferred to the department or to the branch where there is a requirement of them. This is called transfer. That means through transfer, the recruitment of employees can be done. The second important source of internal recruitment is called promotion. And when we say promotion, then it refers to promoting the employees from lower rank to higher rank. In fact, there are two types of promotions called performance based promotion and time based promotion. If a person is promoted on the basis of his excellent performance, then it is called performance based promotion. And if a person is promoted after completion of a period of time, then it is called time based promotion. In both the cases, in both the conditions, an employee is promoted from, shifted from lower rank to higher rank. And as soon as an employee is promoted, shifted from lower rank to higher rank, automatically he becomes entitled to get all the benefits of that post on which he or she has been promoted. His status will increase, his salary will increase, his position will increase, and overall his dignity will increase through promotion. Okay, there happens to be demotion also when an employee is shifted from higher rank to lower rank. Sometimes it also happens. Okay, when an employee does not perform as per expectation, then that employee is shifted from higher rank to lower rank. Okay, students, this is called negative promotion, or you can say demotion, or you can say negative recruitment. The third one, the third important way of internal recruitment is called layoff. When we say layoff, then it refers to a temporary separation of the employees from the employer. In fact, there happens to be an agreement between the employer and the employees that when there is less of work in the organization, then the laid off employees will be given leave. Okay, and as soon as the requirement arises in the organization, then they will be called and they will be given priority for appointment in the organization. So the laid off employees in fact are those employees who are always in consultation with the organization. Whenever there are works in the organization, they are called and given priority for their appointment, and whenever there is no work, there is less work, then they are laid off. So students, these are three main sources of internal recruitment. And along with this lecture, I would like to finish this session today. And in tomorrow's session, I will discuss the remaining part of this topic. Till then, I would like to say thank you very much.